Okay, today we're going to be planting some onions and we're going to overwinter them. So in the springtime we should have a harvest. We're going to be using a Haas Tools tray. There's our soil. And this is what we're going to be planting. These are the seeds I get from Haas. Some red and some white onions. And then we're also going to be throwing some cilantro out in the garden bed. We've been getting a lot of orders. People really want cilantro right now. And we're just selling it by the bunch, so we need to catch up on some of that. So I use a mix of Miracle Grow and peat moss. That's what I use for a seed starter mix. And so far it's worked out really well. Alright, so when I do these trays, I just do a dimple in each little cell. And then I'll drop one seed in. In each dimple. And then I'll come in with some soil and just cover it up. Brush off the excess. And then lightly water them. And I'll do that to the entire tray. Okay, second half is the white onions. Let's get those covered up. And I put this little marker there to delineate between the white and the red until I get my little labels made. Now a lot of these cells will have more than one seed in it because of my big fat fingers, which is totally fine because when they're big enough and ready to go out into the garden, you pull them out of the cell, you can very gently separate the two onions, or 3 onions, or 4, depending on how many seeds you got in that cell. And they will grow just fine. So I'll give these a good water, and then until they sprout, I'm going to be watering these 2 to 3 times a day to make sure this top layer of soil doesn't dry out one bit, because then you'll start losing seeds. Okay, here's the red Creo right there, and then our Texas white are on this half. So now I know that's white onions and these are the red onions. This is one of our herb boxes. This one has cilantro in it. And we've been harvesting all this cilantro. People have been buying it by the bunches, and right now there's a demand for it. So I'm going to clear this out here, get rid of those beets, and plant more cilantro in there because people want it. Again, we're growing seeds from Haas. Had really good luck with their seeds. Yes, this is how I plant herbs. If our business should happen to grow more, we'll be making permanent boxes for each specific herb. That's a row of strawberries that I transplanted. And these are our artichoke beds here. And these are our herb beds. There's some mustard and spinach and some lettuce growing. Here's some more lettuce and some carrots. And then a few peas. Some Chinese cabbage, which isn't doing well in this bed at all. And this is bok choy, which isn't doing very well in this bed at all. And here's some eggplant. Eggplant's doing good. See the eggplant in there. Some Thai basil. Some sage, oregano. This bed is strictly for basil. We harvested all the basil and just planted some new just to see if it would grow, but it's just too cold for it right now. So it's not going to go anywhere, so we're going to let this bed sit till springtime. And then this one has arugula in it, which is spicy. Love it. And then we've got some parsley over there, Italian parsley, some new Italian parsley, and then where we just planted the new cilantro, and that's some dill over there and an older dill plant. But we're going to be adding on to all of this, making all of our beds bigger, since the demand has just grown in our little neighborhood for all of this stuff that we're growing.